I read everything you sent me.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, well, first I read the two little things where you said, oh, this is all you should need to know. And you sent those two documents. So I read those. I was like, oh, it sounds real simple. But then I said, go ahead and check out the link you sent to the actual game and read that description. I was like, well, that makes it sound like there's more to this than was in those two documents. Because it talks about a dice pool and...
Yeah, most of it is on my side. Oh, there we go. I'm going to do something fancy here. I think most of it is on my side, but...
And then there was kind of there's sort of a little history on the game site, which helped out. So I was like, oh, so-and-so made this grimoire. Now you're trying to unlock the chapters of it. And I was like, oh, I didn't know any of that from those other documents.
Yeah, y'all don't need to know that part.
Oh, no. Well, I'm completely ignorant of it still, so...
Hey, and there's the character keeper. I can't make it. I just want to make it like a square. Oh, well. Okay, let's not do that. Then goodbye, producer robot. Thought I could be fancy, but no fanciness.
Oh.
Every time you try to be fancy, you're thwarted.
Every time I try to be fancy, it's no good. Goodbye, producer robot. You're off. You're
fired.
You're an unplugged off computer now.
But it's still there.
Yeah.
It's a zombie producer.
The corpse
of you created.
Producer robot is still here. You have to boot him.
Get out.
They say it still roams the Zoom meetings.
Don't report, just remove.
Produce a robot.
Yeah, so y'all have the producer's guide. I'm gonna pop open the producer's guide, the volunteer's guide.
I knew what you meant. I wasn't gonna correct you. I was like, I know what he means.
You are gonna be producing this for me.
Okay, I'm sorry, we're taking this off of streaming. It's going to be a great tax dodge.
Let's see here. Get that over here so I can read it. All right. Nope, that's the character keeper. Yeah, so I just made the character keeper this afternoon, like 3 hours ago, and added some fancy stuff to it. I made a little video making it so people could see like how you make character keepers.
How the magic happens.
How the magic happens. Then I added magic to it afterwards. So I'm going to read the intro because it's really well written. Okay. This is the wizard's grimoire. One morning, the wizard Albesta of the Two Courts undertook to create for herself an impeccable servant, capital I, capital S. So many capitalized wizard words. For her rubric, she took the memoirs of Cobb and the House of Cobb, extensive and exacting, and additionally, she applied the maxims of Rulish of Fane. She considered herself free from irresolve and took pains to purge her seclusium of both remnites and plasmids. Good thinking.
All this, Peter. We need to know all these terms.
You're going to be quizzed on this.
Still,
the rubric evaded her. She created first living form. Greetings. Presumed emotive onto which she would later impel a prepared motivity, but it was not satisfactory. Its wire fingers twitched and its cut stone eyes glittered with malice. She suspected a remnite and pronounced several stringent purges with vigor, but the living form merely crooked its toes and made breath with its empty mouth. She considered subjecting it to a rigor with bronze tongs or then a bath in cost, but then could not spare the materials and stood in perplexity. Her prepared motivity in its glass bowl also showed signs of fraction. Ultimately, she departed her workspace, sealed it against the passage of time and corruption, compiled her notes into a signature, and arrayed herself for travel. To her signature, she added a selection of useful magics to speed and comfort her on her way, and she set out for consultation with her mentor, the great scholar Wistride of the Hour. It happened that this was the year 113 of the Faustian dynasty, which, as we all know, that year saw the beginning of the dynasty's downfall and launched decades of war and famine. Much was lost to the world, and little that was begun in that year ever came to completion. Yikes. Aviesta of the Two Courts herself died at Haldor, overcome by murderous ghosts, capital M, capital G, set upon her by Jitsu the Necromant, which we may speculate her impeccable servant might have readily dispatched had she completed her project. Her signature, preserved in good condition, was found later by a treasure scavenger and added to the collection of a scholar nun of the monast. At that order's dissolution, it was sold to pay for the rites of identification and funeration, then stolen by a reaver in transit over the salt road of Brash, then carried to various parts by a variety of persons, some virtuous, some bold, some sly. But its particular and circuitous route, it has reached 4 centuries and more later, you, meaning me. So in this game, I am playing a wizard.
What?
I'm a wizard. I am gonna try to get this Abiesta's. No, I have the Abiesta's signature. I need to study it and decode it, and have adventures on the way. The game is kind of, it looks, so I haven't read the whole thing because the second half says, don't read this until you've done some stuff. So I've read up to page 26, and that's where it's like, here's, you can unlock these other things when you study a grimoire, and then you can go look at those pages. So I've been sitting on this game for like a year and a half. Not
ready
reading.
to unlock it.
And the second half, it turns into like a cyber adventure.
So finally, we get to unlock some grimoire stuff.
Maybe if you don't die.
We'll see. Where's the other thing there? Let's make these full screen so I can actually see them.
Hey, it's me and Eve. Hey. People call me Eve. What are you saying? It's you and me? Me and Eve? You and me? And Eve.
Oh yeah, I need to get all the Twitch stuff set up. I didn't even think about that.
Eve.
So for
hoi.
Just in case anyone is watching and a little lost, so Mark is going to be the player in this game,
yes,
while Peter and I are sort of GM-ish type
volunteers.
We're his volunteers to help him get through his adventure and maybe unlock the Grimoire chapter to level up and earn new magic and stuff.
Yeah. So I am going to share my screen for a second so y'all can see what this looks like if I can.
Okay.
Let's share that one there. Boom. Can y'all see that? All right. Hey. So this is my character. I'm Sweet Wizard. I don't have a name yet, but I will. So basically, to make your character, there's a little questionnaire, and I coded it up in Google Sheets about half an hour ago. So I can tick these boxes, and it will make my stats for me.
Oh, nice.
That's delightful.
And then these things get built off of those stats. So basically, I answer the questions, and it tells me how bold, ambitious, virtuous, or cunning I am. And those in turn tell me how I can do stuff. I can do stuff empathetically to understand a person. I can do magic stuff. I can use my mental facilities to study and grasp the situation. I can use my physicality to do physical stuff. I can subtly.
Yeah, I was gonna say. There you
subtly.
Go. I thought that one just meant you had a submarine.
I got a submarine, ocean wizard, or violently against an enemy. This is how typos get fixed, by showing them to people. Or if none of those work, or if it fails, I can just submit myself to circumstance and then things happen.
Cool.
So the way the game works is I get 2 volunteers. Those are you.
That's us.
The goal of the game is to get into trouble and get out of trouble, whether I do magic stuff or not. And so basically there's a bunch of different like situations to start off in the book. I'll pick one of those and we'll start off. I'll ask you guys questions. You will answer them. I'll try and get myself into trouble. And when one of these things needs to happen, I'll roll some dice. And 4, 5, or 6, it's a hit. Otherwise, it's a miss. And good or bad things happen. I don't know.
As the prophets have foretold.
As the prophets have foretold. Where'd my chat window go?
I'm gonna put up the hype post
somewhere else. Cool. Oh, there it is. Oh, are you seeing the chat as well, or do you just see the?
I just see the character keeper in the Zoom.
Awesome. Okay, cool. So I can see both things on the same screen at the same time. Awesome. So if people in chat want to jump in too, that is also cool. I need a name for my wizard. I think I'm going to pick that after I do the qualities.
After you answer your questions.
Answer my questions. 3, 6, 3 and 3. Cool. So suppose that I face a dangerous obstacle. Will I confront it readily or take pause to consider my possible courses? I'm going to confront it readily.
course.
Fight.
Suppose that your chance companion departs the table in the precise moments before the proprietor arrives to settle. Will you pay your companion's share? No, cheapskate, trying to screw me out of dinner. Suppose that an upright cosmopolite delivers a complaint against me to the law. Do you suppose that you're wrongly accused? Probably not. Suppose that I come upon an enemy helpless and alone. Do I strike swiftly or announce? Yeah, I'm not even going to read the second one. It's an enemy, so I'm going to do that.
Oh, sure.
Suppose I have a certain companion who has happened upon an opportunity to profit and now requires investors. Oh, I have a measure of wealth. Will I place it at their disposal or count and calculate? I'm going to count and calculate because probably this jerk who tried to stiff me for dinner.
This prince just needs...
The pyramid, is invest in it. And suppose I've learned a hidden weakness of a potential rival, like explode it now or eliminate the threat at once. I'm going to preserve it for later, I think. So those will all give me different, either bold or sneaky or virtuous or whatever.
Yeah. All right, see who you are.
There's 3 and 3. And let's see what numbers I got out of those.
What did the number?
0 virtuous.
Zero virtuous.
So basically you're the bad guy of this game.
But all
the anti-hero.
All other respects. I'm just good at what I do, y'all.
What I do is being ambitious, bold, and cunning.
Cool. So my name is I don't know, random wizard. Perfect. Ooh. I'm gonna squish that around a little bit. It could be Equirax.
Arukarax.
Equirax.
Oh, you changed it up.
Yeah. Smoosh around it. And I'll be a he, him. Sure. Okay, so that's my guy. I have 4 spells, kind of acts of magic to start off with. I can pronounce liveliness upon my shoes or another's, and that lets me do various different things, which are cool. I can recite an ominous dissuasion in different tones of voice. I can study a grimoire, or I can open my brain to the maelstrom, basically. Wizard senses. Cool. So stopping the share there. That's my guy. So qualities. So when play begins, I've come into possession of a magical grimoire, the signature of the wizard IBS of the 2 courts. I know what it is, but I haven't unlocked any of it. Don't read until you do that. Great. Ask questions, leap into action, look for opportunities to exert myself. So basically, it's my job to say when I'm going to roll. And then one of the cool things is between sessions, you can go back and answer the questions again and change your stats if you feel like your character changed. So that's fun. So I suddenly become virtuous. Great. And there's a bunch of different little rules about each of the exertions that we'll get to when we come to it. Cool. So spawning circumstances. There's a bunch of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Heath, pick a number between 1 and 12, I guess.
12.
12. Fuck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Min-maxer.
Right. Let's do this one. Oh, it's on the next page, actually. 12.
Successfully maxed.
Cool. So I am Equirax the wizard. I have been bothering no one and attending strictly to my business in a courtyard of tombs late at night when I am set upon unprovoked by a dream swallower. So the way it's going to work is I'm going to ask you questions. Begin play by throwing yourself upon its mercy, defending yourself against it, or fleeing with it hard on your heels. So I guess the first question for the 2 of you is, and the one rule for y'all, I think it said that in the little sheets I gave y'all, was that you both have to agree on something. So 2 keys to turn the nuclear lock. And I have dice somewhere.
So we're not getting anywhere because we'll just disagree on everything.
Right.
That's as far as this game is going.
It's just never leaving.
And you are not required to do anything or say anything unless I ask you. So it's my job to do that.
Okay. Too special.
You're not obligated to. Cool. So I guess my first question is about the Dream Swallower. Dream Swallower. That's what it was. Yeah. So let me ask. I'm in a courtyard of tombs late at night, minding my own business.
Mm-hmm.
What is my business?
Oh, okay.
I don't know, but business is good.
Oh, I have a hit.
Yeah.
I think you've got like a little bandolier of vials,
mm-hmm.
and you're like collecting the smells coming off of the graves.
Ooh, nice.
Or research. Excellent.
Is that good, Heath?
Odors of the dead.
2 thumbs up. Awesome. So what is the first thing that I notice or sense that alerts me to the presence of the Dream Swallower?
That you just very suddenly start vividly recollecting everything you dreamed last night while you were asleep.
It's just like to the point that it's hard to kind of stay in reality.
Nice.
So they're like, oh wow, yeah, that's right. I dreamt last night. That's it. And then I dreamt it. Wow, it's all coming back to me like so vividly now. Weird.
Yeah. What's the dream that I'm in when I realize that I'm in danger?
Oh man. I think that, or I would like it if your dreams are all about, or many of your dreams are about being a super powerful wizard.
I actually was thinking exactly along the same lines. Like in this dream, you have basically unlocked the entire grimoire and are like a godlike figure on Earth. You're like all other wizards, they make pilgrimages to come see you and ask your advice, and you sit high on your throne with just
constantly just like waves of positivity, like telling you what a
all
great
the brooms. Yeah. Awesome. And then I guess when it finally presents itself to me, what does it look like, and in what form does its besetting upon me look like?
Oh man, I had a thought, but I'm open to like.
Well, I was thinking it starts. I mean, maybe it can mix with your thought. I was thinking as it first appears, it's kind of constantly morphing between like all the different things from all the dreams you had last night.
Oh yeah. I think
so. It's sort of yeah.
Yeah, I had some thoughts that I think can combine with that. I was imagining how like the ghost of Christmas Present, I think, is portrayed in a lot of Christmas Carol stuff, where it's just this very happy creature that is that evinces all of the plenty of the season. So I think he's kind of got like morphing aspects of your dream kind of in his hands, but also you can see that he's got all of these fine robes from someone else's dream, a crown from someone's dream, just like all this shit that he's collected. It's just like, oh, more free stuff. Great. What do we have here?
Cool. And then how does it attack me, I guess?
I'm feeling like the things it has collected from your dreams are much more seem more real, like they seem like actual real physics, and all the stuff it has from other dreams is a little more ethereal and a little not quite fully materialized. It's still there, like you can see other things it has, but it's more almost phasing in and out. But the stuff
and your eyes kind of slide off of it.
But the stuff it's got from your dreams seems like if it collected a robe from your dream, it seems like an actual real physical robe. So
and I'm wondering if Oh,
no. I was just gonna say yes. I'm thinking it's the reason it makes you recollect all the dreams you had, because usually we have lots of dreams, we just don't remember them all, is to collect more and more stuff that it can use against you.
Okay. Yeah, and I was thinking it can kind of like if you kind of think you're in the dream right now, he could attack by taking on one of the personas of the people you've encountered in your dreams. Yeah, probably somebody you know shows up in your dream. But now it's actually the dream swallower using this to get close to you and earn your trust.
Yeah, so it doesn't have a form of itself. It just looks like it's someone else and then does something to me. Is that what you're saying?
I was gonna say, I think its power is sort of blurring the lines to where like now you're not sure what is dream, what is not dream.
Maybe this is your thing. It's up to you.
Cool. Well, so far I don't feel like I'm in danger yet. So
no, everything's going great.
Yeah, everything's great.
Aquarax is gonna have a good time.
Dream swallowers are great. They're friendly.
Yeah. So whose form is it taking?
Oh, I think I have a hit on this. What was the name of the lady who originally created like the
what's her name?
It was Ibesta of the Two Courts.
Of the Two Courts.
Maybe it could be Ibesta.
Ooh, yeah. Awesome. And why has Ibesta come to see me? Just to like tell me how sweet I am?
Tell you you're a sweet wizard.
Yeah.
Let's see.
To guide you in unlocking her grimoire, since you're so worthy.
So I still have not
done
that.
Finally, a worthy wizard has come in possession of her grimoire.
Awesome.
She wants to help you unlock it.
And for that, she only needs just a few things.
like what? Yeah.
Kill 10 level 1 rats.
Like your true name.
Awesome. I think that's what sets me off. I'm just like, yeah, it's hey, wait a minute. I think it's time for an exertion. I think I need to do a mental exertion. Oh, am I? Yeah, okay. A mental exertion to study and grasp the situation's nuances. So I'm going to see if I can figure this out here. So exactly how does that work there? That's the stuff I'm not supposed to look at. Tell you that I'm taking a quick second. I'm looking around, get a feel for things. Yeah, so I'm kind of like just like studying her face to see if there's any signs of deception or untruthiness. Also kind of like studying her to see, because I don't think anyone really knows what she looks like. So I think I'm also trying to just like recollect where I would have seen her. Yeah, where do I know you from? So I've got I got a 3 in mental. That is what that's ambitious and virtuous.
Is there a link
+1?
to the character keeper that we could look at?
Oh yeah. Let me see. Yeah. I'll post it in chat even. Then everyone can look at it. Everyone can just view it. Sweet. Lost connection. There we go. I'll get that.
Oh, there we go. Cool. Thank you.
Awesome.
And how do those stats cut? Like for example, your mental 3, how does that come into play?
Yeah, so that is the formula is so that's ambitious plus virtuous +1. So 2 + 0 + 1.
Right. Like what do you do with that number when you're rolling an exertion?
So then I roll 3 dice. Any dice that come up 4, 5, or 6 are a hit. And
okay. So that's the number of dice you roll, is that number?
Yeah. That's the number of dice I roll. So let me jump in.
These formulas are cool.
So I'm going to exert I'm rolling 3d6 in our the between dice room, I guess.
Yeah, I do have that. I actually do have that up.
So hey, I get 2 hits, a 4, a 6, and a 2.
Get the dice roller going here.
Cool. So I can ask one question per hit, and then you have to answer this question truthfully.
Oh no.
So I'm going to be asking 2 questions. And the first question off the list I'm going to ask is everything cool here, or is there something going on? Answer honestly.
Oh man.
I feel safe. I'm pretty sure Peter and I are probably on the same page that there's something going on.
And I think the Dream Swallower is like conveying genuine excitement over this. Like it's not tinged with menace. It's just like the Dream Swallower is just happy to be doing dream swallowing.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's a good day to be a Dream Swallower.
Cool, but I've twigged that something is wrong here.
Yeah.
Second question will be, I wonder if X is going to happen. I wonder if she is going to attack me somehow.
What do you define as an attack?
Something that would harm me.
I mean,
I do feel like this long pause is diegetic to me. I don't think the Dream Swallower thinks a lot about consequences.
Right, but
yeah.
I mean, from the wizard's perspective, I don't know I'm thinking the wizard probably would consider Dream Swallower's intentions an attack.
I might amend that to say that it depends on the dreams that the Swallower takes away. Like there are probably some cases where the dream that got swallowed was really tormenting someone and brought them a measure of peace. But I feel like if the Dream Swallower is being honest, he or it or she has seen how much of a joy all of the dreams that this guy has are.
Oh, how about I mean, yes, to build on that, I don't know if Aquarax would know this or not. I don't know how much Aquarax knows about Dream Swallowers. But whether or not one survives a Dream Swallower depends upon the dreams swallowed. Because if the Dream Swallower, say, consumes a few dreams and they're very filling, then the Dream Swallower will leave satiated and you just wake up a little tired. If the dreams are not fulfilling enough, then it will keep swallowing until you end up in a permanent slumber that you never wake up from.
Yeah, it starts cutting into the things that your brain needs to be conscious.
Nice.
So it really depends on the satiation level of your dreams.
Cool. That I think I will ask her, have you eaten your fill? I know you are not who you present yourself as. I know that you may leave me with a full belly, we'll say. Is that your intention, or do you mean to keep me and feed at your leisure?
How do you feel about rolling for
me
this,
talking
Peter?
to the Dream Swallower?
I think
we should roll for this to see if the Dream Swallower is
satiated or not.
Satiated or not. So let's say on a 4, 5, or 6, it's had some good tasty dreams. And on a 1, 2, or 3, it still hungers.
Because I think it's kind of in the air because she, in my mind, she hasn't swallowed a lot of dreams, but they are really fun dreams. And
they are.
Yeah.
Very happy. All right, well, I will roll in our room here. Oh, there's no dice in it. How about I put a die in there? That helps.
You roll 1d0, 0d0.
Oh, wow. Yeah, she's got a dream baby in her belly.
She's like throwing an arm around you, like drunk on the dreams that she's already carried off.
Ready for a fucking nap.
You're the best. This is so great.
What is your actual name, since I know you're not Aisha, whatever her name is. What's her name? I should know her name.
I'm still looking up every time.
Ibesta. Ibesta.
Oh yeah, Ibesta.
What may I don't need your true name, but what may I call you?
Oh man. All of the options I'm thinking of are a little dorky, but
well, also I mean, and I'm totally open for other suggestions. I sort of feel like their lives are so spent just assuming the various entities of dreams that they don't operate in the same way we just like. They don't have like a personal identity. Like I am Bob, the dream swallower. You know, it's just like name.
I'm an amalgamation of other people's details. So yeah, I think you get kind of a dog being shown a card trick look out of that.
True name. I am dream swallower.
I think I would imagine her kind of laughing, like falling water, and saying that she is happy being Ivesta now. And that is the best way to refer to her.
I know that you are not, though. And although she's been dead for centuries, wizards have a way of lingering on. So I will just call you Hunger. How does that work for you?
Yeah, I think there's just kind of a shrug.
Ibesta, Hunger, all the same.
Do you concern yourself with what I am doing here? Or am I just prey to you?
Oh, let's see here.
I mean, my guts is telling me it was like Dream Swallower has no moral stance. It's like, oh, here's an entity with food in its head.
I think too. I wonder.
I guess the question is it intelligent with like motives that just happens to eat dreams, or is it like an animal that just feeds where it can?
I think the hit I've just had is that like she's lingering through this same court of tombs because these include a lot of people that she fed on while they were alive.
Nice.
And so she feels kind of drawn back to some of the places
come through memories. Yeah, awesome.
It has a side benefit that a lot of people come to visit.
Yeah.
People here, so there's lots of people coming through here that she can feed upon.
That are connected to dreams that she already has a hold of. And so it's easier to do the transfers.
Nice. I think I'll say, look, you are a creature of subtle realms. Perhaps you can help me. And in return, you seem to be quite full on these dreams, which I have plenty of. Perhaps we can enter into an arrangement.
I feel like she's probably like her curiosity's peaked.
Yeah, I don't think she's had this conversation before, or not in a long time. So,
as you can tell, I am a great wizard, and and therefore have access to many abilities. However, I also have equally great needs, and it seems to me that you were able to penetrate my mental defenses easily without me knowing it for quite some time. I will exchange with you my dreams to be consumed at your leisure if you will tutor me in the ways of bypassing magical defenses.
My gut instinct, see how you feel, Peter, is that she goes this puzzled look and goes like, but I can eat all your dreams I want now. I need not your blessing or permission for this.
Not now that I know who you are. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, well, that window makes things look weird. Hold on. Where was I going? Oh yeah. I was saying, I think too that she, like Keith is saying, she might reject the deal, but she might also kind of share a dream with you that you might find useful as kind of a parting payment or reward for having given her such a good dream to live on for a while as like a counter offer.
How's that sound, Heath?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So she's offering me knowledge in the form of a dream.
I think this is the idea, yeah. It's like, oh, you were unlocking a grimoire or something like that. I've consumed something like that, and so there are still some shades of this.
Yeah, I kind of feel like she is like, because we rolled 6 and she's like so full. It's almost like someone who can't finish their dinner and is like, you can have some. I can't even finish my meal.
It's like burping out a dream so make more space. Awesome. So what dream does she share with me?
Oh man. Oh no.
Because she's assumed the form of Ivesta, she kind of thinks from it as like, Ivesta's thoughts, yes, they have that book you carry. and something to do with humble tavern owner in Shade Tree.
And maybe you get that image of like seeing an old willow with its branches touching the ground in the golden hour of sunset, and a little thatch roof tavern.
Sort of maybe a vision of Ivesta sitting at a bar, man working behind the bar, but they obviously know each other, sharing a drink and some conversation.
Yeah.
And this must have been quite some time ago. Cool. After the vision fades, I will thank it and ask it if I may leave.
I think so. Yeah, the 6 indicates that you got a lot of leeway here.
I feel again like she's more than just kind of confused by that question and be like, you may do what you wish to do.
All right. Cool. If I need you again, I guess I know where to find you. You can bring you more treats. Oh, I will. Awesome. Is this what is it, Shade Tree? Is that the name of the tavern or the town or
the town?
The town.
You've heard of it. There's a town, not too terribly far from you, like probably less than a day's travel, called Shade Tree.
Awesome. Cool. I think I'm pretty itinerant. I don't think I have a lab or library or house or anything. So probably just I imagine I have like a rucksack kind of full of like maybe it has like a little chest with a little equipment and stuff in it. Pack my little vials of grave smells in there and
a stick with a bindle of holding.
Yeah.
Like a hobo.
Keep throwing stuff into it.
I don't know. There's just a hole in the bottom.
And I imagine that the town was called Shade Tree like 300 or 400 years ago. And now the language has shifted enough that it's like you have to know enough linguistics to go, oh, yes, shod dry. That's probably.
Awesome.
Shadarber.
Yep.
Great. I will. It's evening, right? I would imagine.
That's when.
Late at night. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. So awesome. I think it's time to head to Shadrai then.
The road to Shadrai.
Road to Shadrai. How much sleep do I need?
Well, it depends on whether you want to sleep naturally or use magic to not need as much sleep.
Yeah.
I kind of like the notion that normally you just need tons of sleep, and that like you will not be woken up unless.
Or maybe it's just like what's the word? Like sometimes I'll be up for days studying, and then I just like hibernate for a week.
Crash. Go to a cat sleep schedule.
Cool. I guess then, since I'm kind of in hyper focus mode, I'm just gonna make my way to Shadrai then.
Gonna walk all night.
It's probably morning-ish.
So to do so, wouldn't you need to do something magically to not be tired or to not need sleep?
I feel like it might be my. Well, you tell me. I guess is it just like my natural cycle, or like do I have to do something special for
it? See, I was thinking like normally, take magic out of picture, you have to sleep like any person would.
Yeah.
But let's say you don't want to sleep, you got shit to do. You can try to use your magical powers for that. Of course, depending on how you roll, it could go. Magic is wild and chaotic.
Yeah.
Bad things can happen every time you try magic.
So I don't know if I can do that with magic, because the X I have are the shoe thing, the ominous one, studying or unveiling my senses. So maybe I'll try magic.
I think pronouncing liveliness upon your shoes counts.
Yeah, that's what I think. I'm going to pronounce some liveliness on my shoes.
Let your shoes do the work.
Liveliness not only makes you like, it's not only about moving quick, but it's like actually it invigorates you. Liveliness, it's like, oh, I don't need sleep.
Yeah,
I got magic shoes. Feel good.
Cool. I'm gonna pronounce liveliness upon my own shoes then. What do I need to do? Magically to perform acts of wizardry always starts at 1 die.
Oh,
so we're gonna pronounce some stuff. Disconnecting from the room. Lively shoes.
Lively shoes.
So got
your favorite spells.
Chance here.
Lively
shoes is a 1. That is a miss.
No.
Okay.
That's a mage. That's a bad miss as you can get.
I get to choose one of these things.
Those shoes were not lively at all.
Oh,
I can think of several possible ways this can go wrong.
So one of the things I can do is tell you that I abandon the spell to its whim and let it do what it wants. I'm not going to do that. The other thing I can do is repeat my pronouncement. Shoes, be lively, more loudly, sternly, desperately, a more dulcet tone, more carefully, or other way of my choice. Ask them whether the plasmids, the magical energy beings that make magic work, are swayed, and allow a reroll. If not, then I abandon it to its whim. So I think I try the spell again in a voice that is not exasperated, but kind of like cajoling, I guess. Like I'm trying to convince a buddy to like, come on, you can stay out for another hour. Like, there's one more drink. Come on, let's do the shoes. Will that get me a reroll?
I have a hit on this.
Go for it.
You make this pronouncement like more like in that sort of cajoling sort of tone of voice, and you start to hear kind of rustling in the darkness. Like the sound of the continued pleading has maybe awoken some things around you, but the shoes are receptive to another roll at this point.
All right, let's try lively shoes again then.
Hey,
there we go. Okay,
that's some lively ass shoes right
there. All right.
6. Man, you're not doing anything on the in-betweens today.
I know, just 1s and 6s.
Yep.
So the effects I can choose from with lively shoes are leaping a great distance horizontally or vertically, and then either landing lightly, crashing down, my choice, running at a great speed in a direction that I choose, or at random, kick the ever-loving goodness out of a victim, walking a perfectly straight and normal line, or stand in a wide, solid stance and be unmovable. I think I'm going to be running at a great speed, Kung Fu Hustle style.
Yep.
And just whatever is in the bushes is just going to be eating my dust, because I'm just going to be.
Yep. And then it also gets the heart pumping, so it wakes you up.
Yeah,
keeps
cartoon running towards Shadrai, which how long does it take me at cartoon speed to get there?
Well, you said it was about a day's hike normally.
Yeah, a little less than a day, but
I'm thinking you get there around daybreak, maybe.
All right. Cool.
Because it's late night now, so yeah.
And there were probably a few impediments to get around.
Sure.
Run. Okay, I have to go over a rock and through past it. Okay, I have to run.
Get there around sunrise, maybe.
Like a long drive through Texas and slowing for the speed trap towns.
Yeah.
It's just up the road a piece.
Cool. So when I reach the town limits of Shadrai, unlively my shoes. What does it look like?
Well, since if the sun's just rising, I feel like it hasn't really got going yet, so it's still pretty quiet. I think people are probably, just starting to rise. Maybe farmers are starting to head out to the fields and stuff.
And it is normal there today, right? He is not coming to like everything has been ravaged by an unspeakable evil.
I mean, anything's possible, but I'm open to suggestion. But...
Oh no, I feel like this is good for. I think we're good for setting platform here for the.
Or maybe maybe at this point, at least as far as you can tell at this point, it appears normal.
Yeah, everything seems really idyllic.
Cool.
Thomas Kincaid painting sort of thing.
Nice. Who do I come across first, person-wise, we can ask about a tavern?
I would think a farmer heading out to the fields at sunrise. That's about. Most people probably still asleep at this point, other than the super early risers.
Giant red beard like a rhododendron.
Nice. And I wave him down and say, good morning, friend. I am Aqualax from whichever direction I came. From the west, Aqualax of the west. And I've been traveling all night. Is there a tavern or an inn that I could find some rest in?
I was just trying to figure out if he seems to recognize the name for some reason.
Yeah.
Aquilex. Oh, no reason. Nothing. I don't know. What do you?
You know what? I like it. You know how I love my rolling. Let's see if he recognizes Aquarax. Oh yeah, he does. He's like Aquarax. Oh yeah,
I know all the stories.
Telnor's waiting for you at the tavern. That's right. I got this lovely breakfast rolls that Telnor makes. They're fresh. I think he's already got like a plate of food and some drinks set aside for you. Expecting you any minute now.
Oh, expecting me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, any particular reason? Because I was not expecting to be here hours ago. So.
I didn't ask. He just told me if I saw you on the road to tell you breakfast is waiting.
Or when I see you on the road.
Yeah,
Yeah. Cool. I will head. What's the name of the tavern?
Does it have a name? I guess it would have a name.
I don't know why. I'm thinking the Rising Loaf.
Yeah. Bakery themed tavern.
Yeah, well, he does. It does open early to cater to all the farmers and get some, their fresh breakfast loaves as they're heading out. Yeah.
Awesome. Since I'm bolstered by the farmers' reception, I just kind of like burst into the Rising Loaf And just do I know Telenor, or is this a complete surprise to me?
No, he just knows you.
Excellent. Great. And I'll just burst in and be like, tell Telenor that Aquarax of the West has arrived.
Oh, let's see how you feel. I have a hit on this, Peter. See, I know you bust through and you say, tell Telenor, Aquarax has arrived. At which point, you hear the door slam shut behind you with two very large armored men now blocking it.
Oh no!
You go like, oh, Telenor's been expecting you.
I approve. I turn the key on.
Fantastic. Lead the way.
Right over there at the counter where the guy is behind it.
Just incredibly threatening looking guy.
Can I?
He loves two things:
anything?
Murder and bread.
While I'm up there,
somehow kneading menacingly.
All right. Great. I will head over and say hi to Telenor. Telenor, I've been told by a gentleman with a rhododendron on his face that you have been waiting for me, which is a surprise to me since I had not determined myself to come here until late last evening. How can I assist you? Or vice versa?
I want to take Peter's prompt, and he is definitely like kneading bread in a very threatening way, just staring at you. And it was like a pretty good long silence as he really pounds the bread for. He's like the classic line, "You got a lot of nerve showing your face here."
I was instructed to come
and
here.
The two large men just kind of shake their heads. Like, how dare you?
How can I be of service?
How about you give back the book you stole?
I don't believe that I've ever stolen a book, so you'll have to tell me a little bit more.
I was real close with Ibesta. And I know damn well she didn't give you that book.
I mean, it's been through many hands in the last 400 years. So,
and none of those hands thought to bring it back to the right place.
I am 100% on board for Telemere being immortal at this point, or effectively so.
Well, I'm afraid no one knows the location of her seclusium, and even if they did, it's well guarded, as I'm sure you know. So
I don't care about no damn secluji boom. She promised that if anything ever happened to her, that book would come to me.
Well, it has. And now I will leave with it.
I think the two guys at the door like just look at each other and chuckle.
Chuckle ominously.
He's good.
Like they probably haven't been able to lay a beating on anyone for a while, given them some existential ennui about their jobs, but sometimes everything just comes together.
Telenor's just like, look, just put the book down, let it come home to its rightful master, and I'll get you a free breakfast.
I'm afraid I'm going to need
really good bread.
More than a breakfast. If you can assist me in unlocking some of its secrets, I'd be happy to share them with you. However, the item itself is not available. My apologies.
Yeah.
Hey, Trog! Hey, Door!
Yeah. Is it time?
Sounds like you don't want to do it the easy way.
Shall we put him in the bread?
Grind my bones.
You know, I am short on sausage. I didn't get this week's meat delivery.
Raising, sir.
Is there anything at hand near the counter that someone who wanted to do violence could grab easily? No is an acceptable answer.
Just thinking what would be around.
Yeah. A few steins of like
rolling pin or
yeah, I mean, I feel
cleaver.
like Telenor probably like there's a chat. I think he's got a cleaver that he has a hand in case he wants to grab it, but he hasn't grabbed it yet.
Mm.
You know, so it's like kind of off to his right, kind of in the board right next to where he's beating bread.
Yeah, I think there's that, and there's a broom.
Nice.
Kind of a stretch, but
nice. So I take it, Telenor, you're not going to assist me, in which case I'm going to leave. And I just turn and try to walk past the guys.
Well, I think have their weapons drawn now, wouldn't you say, Peter?
Yeah. And do they have actual like weapons, or is it just repurposed kitchenware sort of thing?
I thought they had like actual,
cool.
Like for some reason I don't see swords. I see more like bludgeoning type things, like a club and a mace.
Truncheons, yeah.
And yet, like well designed, like they've clearly crafted these themselves, and
they're like
really just gotten the ones that work for them.
And it's like, you drop the book and you can leave.
I'm afraid I can't do that. And like, kind of like Bugs Bunny, kind of like try one of their weapons aside and just walk past.
So yeah, I guess Heath, would you say they attack at this point?
I think so. I think that's
all right.
I think it's time for them to. They're gonna get that book off you one way or the other.
I'm gonna exert myself violently against an enemy.
Oh no!
I have 4 dice in that somehow. What is that? That is
nice.
9. Oh, it's bold and cunning. Great. So I'm gonna roll 4 dice to
4d6.
Exert myself.
This will be fun.
Let's see. I'm not very empathetic, but boy, can I put down some whooping
when you need to.
Let's see. Whoop. Sun guards. That's 4 dice. How many? 4 ones. Let's see.
Yeah.
I got one
hit out of 4.
Which is good. That means that's a good thing.
Yeah.
And I think. So the first part is telling you how I've readied myself for violence, and I think that was the pushing of the weapon aside, so I could easily try and grab it. And then on any hits, I get a number of chances to end the fight on my terms, 1 chance per hit. I can so basically I tell you what I do and then ask you a question. And then between chances, if I haven't ended the fight, ask what the enemy does, answer back with my next chance. If on a miss or if I run out of chances, ask you guys what happens.
Okay.
And so I think, so with my 1 hit,
oh, no.
Are they wearing helmets?
Thinking they were pretty armored up. Not like plate, but like
the leather studded helmet kind of.
But
thing.
like ready for battle. Like kind of. I'm figuring these are bouncers at the place.
Yeah.
Employed by I forgot what his name.
Telemir.
Telenor. That's
like.
And they've had some time They've had some time to craft some basic armor that, again, not expensive, not great, but
I feel like they're thugs, but they're not like low rent thugs. I mean, they're like pretty
reasonable
nice.
thugs.
Yeah, they would be, they'd be more higher priced thugs if you were.
There's probably a story about why they are in Shedre.
Nice.
Instead of in the big time. You're
I
just
think
kind of intersecting with their story.
they gotta know. There's a companion game to this called the Barbarians Bloody Quest. Maybe they are on that. Yeah, so I think since I'm near one of his clubs, I think what I do is like slam the end of the club up into his face.
Oh,
and just gotta like grab the other guy's helmet and pull it down and just make a run for it out the front door. Do I get away from them?
Oh man,
I don't feel like you get away. I feel like definitely like they weren't expecting that level of reaction. You know, they thought they'd scare you a little bit, maybe a little more bait. You probably try to talk away. So they weren't expecting that quick bang, bam, bam. They're like, whoa.
Yeah.
However, while you're doing that, Telnor has picked up the cleaver and hurled it in your direction. Missing, but it kind of lands firmly in the door right between them. And they, when you walked in, they locked the door.
Oh, right.
So that's a problem. Yeah.
Fuck. So I do get past them, but I get past them to the locked door.
Oh, no.
And they are like, kind of recovering from the moment, being like, what the fuck just happened?
Cool. So that was my one chance.
Oh.
Do they leave me for dead, take me captive, drive me away? What do they do with me?
Oof. I think they take you captive.
Nice. What does that look like?
It's like the thing to do.
Let's see. I mean, would just tying him to a chair make sense? Or is there a cellar underneath the?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I was feeling like they'd take him to some kind of back room of some kind, or a cellar or something like that. Yeah.
There's a cellar with a jail cell in it for some reason. What?
Telnor has a lot of business that goes on in this place. Some above board, some not so above board.
Yeah, it's got a lot of fingers and a lot of pies, and not all of them are his.
Is that okay with everybody?
Oh yeah.
I mean,
put in the mysterious.
It's got to be okay with me.
Oh yeah. Well,
am I behind bars or just tied up downstairs?
I like to think you're behind bars in the cellar of the tavern.
Nice. Cool. So after they just like grab me by the scruff and throw me in there, what do they do?
So I'm trying to figure out why they couldn't just take the book from you. Is the book somehow is it not? He says it's magical. Is it not as simple as just like a book in your possession, in your backpack, whatever it is? Does it somehow store magically or stored in a different interdimensional realm when you've got it stored on you?
I imagine it's in my rucksack somehow, like my travel chest somehow. And I don't really have any like protection spells or anything, so I think it's just in there.
Okay.
So I guess they definitely take your rucksack from you.
Yeah, is that okay if they've got your rucksack and the two guards are just kind of fumbling through it awkwardly?
Nice. I think it's time to
energize their feet.
I'm going to recite an ominous dissuasion. See how that goes. So again, one magic die. Let's see. How does that work?
Ominous dissuasion.
Tell your volunteers that you're reciting an ominous dissuasion. I'm doing that. Whether I shout it, hiss, snarl, scream, whisper, recite it coolly, or another way. I think so. They hang out with Eleanor, so they're clearly used to some weird shit. So it feels like intimidation is not the way. I think it's gonna get whispered, and then I roll my die. I have to keep reloading, so I'm just calling myself X on this. So one die for my recitation. A 4, a hit. Great.
Hey, it's a hit.
Oh, fuck, thank God. So on any hits, great. So I'm basically like kind of like whispering just audibly, just like leave this place, leave my stuff alone, basically, in whatever magical language is happening. So you choose the effect. My subject, startled and dismayed, flees. Chilled with dread, freezes and can only stare. Overcome with fear, falls at my mercy. Or though terrified, keeps their faculties and stands their ground. And they can and should take into consideration the manner of my recitation. Free my son's bonds.
I don't have a clear hit on it.
I don't either. I'm sure you know how I want to resolve this.
Oh yeah, that actually works for me. 1d4.
Yeah, how about D4? We'll see.
Yeah.
Well, and then we can embellish upon what the D4 says.
Nice.
A whisper comes up with a 3. What was the choice number 3?
That was overcome with fear, falls at my mercy.
I feel like as they're digging through, like
it's like the voice is kind of like
one reaches in
the back of their neck,
and his hand touches the book,
and
he's like, ah, and then he like looks over at the second guy and just clubs him with his mace, unconscious, and it's like, I'm sorry, I touched your book.
Open the door.
Fumbling with keys.
Fumbling with the keys.
Here's keys. I'm dead. He just splits. He just fucking hauls ass out of there.
Nice. The unconscious guy, I'm gonna grab his. Well, I'll leave. Does he have a? I'll take his armor, I guess. No, I'll take it. No, I'm not gonna take anything. He doesn't have anything I need.
I mean, he's bigger than you, I think, probably.
Yeah, it's nothing gonna fit. It just
so you could have ill-fitting armor for them.
Yeah. Hey, Telenor, I just need to come up for a smoke. So I get my shit together. Make sure they didn't take anything or break anything. Leather strap.
Keep in mind, I feel like you're probably aware of the fact that the other guy just like went running out. It's just so Telenor's gonna be like, why the fuck is?
Yeah.
Like, you know, he's probably gonna know real quick something's afoot because one of his thugs just went possibly running past him. You don't know where he went. But...
and I think I'm gonna try and sneak out before the other guy wakes up or Telenor comes back. I need to. So I want to talk to Telenor somehow to get him to help me out, but I don't think he's going to. Yeah, I think I'm gonna try and sneak like up and out the back door, which would be exerting myself again for sure, to pass through my environment unnoticed or take action unremarked. So I'm gonna after making sure the other guy is out and making sure I don't hear the other guy, quietly sneak up the stairs and out the back door. Does anyone notice that or care?
I feel like it's fun if Telenor notices it.
Nice.
Maybe like at the very last minute as you're unlocking the door, that's the one way out.
Nice. It says if nobody is gonna notice, cool, carry on. All right. If somebody is, better roll. So let's see, what are my scores here? Subtly. Oh, 4 for that too. Shit. Wait, am I doing math right? E8 plus E10. That's ambitious and cunning. That's 4 dice. All right. Oh boy. Sneaky. 4 dice. See if I can get more than 1 hit on that. 1 hit. A 4 and 3 threes. So I get a number of chances to escape attention, 1 chance per hit. Awesome. So again, kind of like the fight, I ask a question and you answer. Or I say what I do, ask a question. So did the guard who ran, did he go out the door, or is he still in here somewhere, or is he near the door?
My feeling was that he fled the premises, so he probably like ran past Telenor. And
my imagination is that he's still running away and Telenor is practically in the doorway, kind of shouting after him.
Yeah.
I think then I'm going to go with I'm going to wait until Telenor is distracted. Is the guard running away enough to distract him? Like, does he step out after him that I can get past him?
I would think after kind of trying to stop the guard and being like, what the hell's wrong with you? That he would probably then be like, oh, God damn, I better go check on.
Yeah.
I think he'd be more worried about coming to check on you and see what the hell just happened down there.
So then that sounds like me kind of like pressing myself up against the wall, like waiting for him to walk past to go back downstairs. So does he, is he distracted enough by the situation to walk by me so I can get out? Or does he just like turn and go?
God, both of those sound fun. Can we die roll this, Hugh?
Yeah, go for it. You want to do it?
Okay. Let me. Okay, one moment. Does Telenor notice? Question mark. 1 to 3, he does not notice. 4 to 6, he does. 5.
Oh.
Rather emphatically. So I think it is, yeah, the just grab out into nowhere and drag you forward in front of him.
You see how easily I escaped your cell and how easily I terrified and subdued your guards. Would you be interested in forming a partnership? This is my offer. I give you the formal name of the book, the signature of Wizard Iabessa of the Two Courts. After we unlock its secrets, either together or myself alone. I can go and study and take all the risk myself. If I happen to encounter a terrible accident along the way, you're free to recover it in another way. Otherwise, when I have completed my studies, I will gladly bring it back here. You've waited so long, surely a few more years.
Yeah, I feel at this point,
on top of like, a couple of centuries wouldn't hurt.
I want to throw in the backstory of like, I bet that Telenor knows that multiple people have tried to unlock the secrets of the Grimoire and just died immediately.
Yeah.
So I think that aspect of it does make it attractive to him, both in a sense of I will get the book and this is going to be fun to see how it turns out. I'm wondering if
feel like he would. I was because I feel like he'd need. I mean, he'd have
in
no
fact,
reason
I
to
will
trust
say,
your word.
I will stay on the premises if you will grant me a room in which to study.
Well, I was wondering if there's some kind of binding spell.
Yeah, I was.
Oh yeah,
I was thinking the exact same thing.
I don't have a binding spell, but he might.
Yeah, so such that as soon as you either unlock it or perish, he will know where to find it, and it will be like invisible to all other seekers or something.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah, if he's able to do that, I will gladly agree to it, as long as I can retain possession of it until I've unlocked its secrets.
Cool. Keith, does that offer sound okay?
Yeah, that's exactly.
Yeah. Awesome. What does the
binding deal of some kind?
Yeah, what does the binding ritual look like?
Oh man.
Does it involve his bread somehow?
I was about to say, is he a breadomancer? And
a breadomancer. Telenor is absolutely a breadomancer.
So he has, of course, the black flower of the obsidian cliffs that he works into a dough that rises invisibly into
a siligomancer. There we go.
There we go. that rises into the unseen dimension.
Nice.
And the odors of it waft visibly towards your nostrils and disappear within.
Awesome. And
such that once, if you do complete the researches into it, you yourself will be compelled to bring it back.
Awesome.
And if you die, your lifeless form will come back to him. So one way or another, it's coming with you.
It's gonna get me. All right. I love
that. What's the root of siligo?
So that's the Latin for wheat flour.
Is there a P on front of that? Or?
Nope. It was just where was it?
He put it in the Twitch chat.
Oh, cool.
For wheat itself is triticum, but siligo is wheat flour.
Oh, cool.
So, and that flows better. Titicomancer sounds a little bit dirty. Awesome. So, and does he set me up with a little room to study in?
I think the jail cell is on offer if you would like.
Nice. I will definitely.
But he'll leave it unlocked.
Yeah. I'll just make the basement my little laboratory. That's great. I love that. And if I need to lock myself or something nasty away, the jail cell is right there.
That do think, however, that room and board ain't free. You are gonna at least have to help him need some bread in the mornings and things.
Yeah, I can do that.
Some chores.
I am going to need a nap first. I think just get a straw, what do you call them? The straw mat thing. There's a word they use in fantasy novels for them.
Oh, I know it.
Yeah. What's it called? Straw
bedding mat. It's not a tatami. Oh, this is frustrating. Talati? No. I'm just getting lots of Canadian shopping opportunities here.
Beds in late medieval times.
Fantasy bedding is just showing me lots of duvets with van art painted onto them.
It's not a pallet, but it's.
Oh, it isn't a pallet? Okay.
I got a glossary here.
Pallet or skid? No, that's a different kind of pallet.
There's a good word for it. I'll think of it later. I get a little straw pallet to lie on and probably just promptly pass out for a full day.
A pallias, a pallet.
I can't think of anything but pallet.
Yeah.
There's some word. I can't think of it. Awesome. I think I will take where are we here? Yeah. So after resting up a little bit and doing whatever chores he's there, probably some time has passed, and after I've sort of reinvigorated myself, I would like to spend some time in my cell after the tavern has closed, I guess. So another late night session. I'm going to try and study the Grimoire. And probably at this point, I've got a couple crates with candles on them. I've opened up my my traveling chest and probably the drawers and inside folding out things that made a little makeshift place for myself. Maybe things have gotten scattered around on the floor and on crates just as they've been used. Tell your volunteers a few details about the environment in which you're undertaking your study and the study method you employ. Then roll. So I've probably either asked for or stolen a chair from upstairs to sit on. And I think I imagine I've come into possession of this relatively recently. So I haven't had a chance to really sit down and I've been able to read it, but think magical study requires more than just reading. So I think it's going to be sitting down and kind of like trying to like decipher the surface level, whatever she's written the stuff in by candlelight. So that is going to be an exertion. That is going to be performing an act of wizardry.
Wizard.
So, refresh the chair.
1D.
1D. Study. Okay, 1d6. Here we go. Achoo.
Oh no.
That is not good. Great. So on a miss, I have become misled, befuddled, caught in false leads and false conclusions, and I've wasted my time. So that probably looks like I don't imagine she's written it in like, it's not written in
basic
a language. It's it's sigils and
Voynich manuscript.
Exactly. Yeah. So I think the first step for me is trying to decode that into something I can understand, and this is not a great environment for that. I need a library with more books. I need more than a basement, I think, to do this.
You need the 2 guards to stop interrupting and asking questions.
No, I can't. No, it's not.
Have you tried?
Nope. Yeah, I've tried holding it closer to the candle. Yep.
Oh, no.
Hit or miss.
Northern script.
If I'm not satisfied with the outcome, I can choose one of these. I have a shortcut method. No, I don't. I can appeal to, this one. I can appeal to a tutor for help and guidance, namely Eleanor. So after a few nights of study, I'm clearly not getting anywhere myself. And although I am loath to do so, I think our day-to-day is just like mundane, like baking bread, cleaning up, serving drinks every once in a while. We don't really talk about wizard shit. So I think in the morning, while I'm helping to bake my bread, I will update him on where my studies are, tell him I can't even begin to make heads or tails of it, and ask if he has any guidance on where to start. And now I ask you to give me a free die roll, an outright hit, or a better effect than being completely confused. If you grant it, I'll take it. Otherwise, the result stands.
How about this? Should I feel about this?
Yeah.
I think Telenor feels like you're trying to jump into the deep end of the pool. You know nothing about this. And you're trying to decipher some of the deepest magical secrets that have befuddled wizards for centuries, without even starting with the simple stuff. So he's like, you know what? I think just even before you can wrap your brain around it, you need to at least start understanding the basics. So when you can master the most simple of siligomancies,
magic,
then maybe you'll be ready to understand something slightly deeper.
I don't know if you saw how fast I ran here. So what is that? Is he offering to teach me something, or is this just?
Yeah, I think it's almost like a trial. Like he'll sort of tutor you in just like the basic like level 1 siligomancy. First thing you do, and like when you can get that down, then we'll talk further.
Nice. So is the result standing? Am I getting an extra die?
I think the result might stand at this point.
All right.
Because it's instead diverting into quest for bread.
Yeah. Awesome. I think that's a good place to stop. That felt fun. Yeah. And so the rules for wrapping up are very simple. any of us can end the game whenever we want for any reason or none at all. Doesn't matter how abrupt it might be. Just end it. That's it. Cool.
It's
so
over.
That's it.
And you die. The
We
end.
can pick this up anytime we want to. It doesn't have to be you two doing it either, which is also if I can just pick two other GMs. Yeah, that's
it's
cool.
a pretty simple story up to this point.
Yeah, ran to a place, got out of jail, baked some bread, super easy. Awesome. Yeah, that's good enough for me.
Cool.
I'm up for quick stars and wishes if you want to.
Oh, sure, yeah.
I'll start.
Yeah.
This is sweet. I don't have any more book to read, which is still
Oh no.
that is a wish. I would like to study the book and read the next section. But yeah, the system is like really simple and pretty fun. Having I'll let you all like speak to it, but it feels like having two GMs really takes the pressure off of like having to make stuff up, because I'm literally just asking questions and saying what I do. So it feels like the game mechanic authority is like really nicely distributed and no one really has to work super hard. My only job is to like get into trouble and roll some dice, which is super fun. I really liked all the I had no idea what the Dream Eater was gonna be like. I was expecting to jump into a fight, and instead we're just like, hey, we'll trade shit. Make friends. So that was fun. Love Telenor, the baker wizard. Super good. Trog and Door. Yeah, just like it felt like it flowed really naturally. So it's super fun. I'm super into doing this again sometime. Heath.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's not only just because like taking the pressure off any particular one person, but also as I did for like one of my favorite things is collaboration. So it's just a lot much more fun to play with somebody else and build off each other and ping pong around.
Yeah.
And not just be like, I'm gonna make up the whole story and then you guys tell me what you do or whatever.
Yeah.
It's fun to be able to do that. And yeah, it's funny because I was thinking of sort of shape of. And I was wondering, but being the first time we played it, like I didn't really know, like how far you should get by the end of the session. Like, should you unlock something by the end of the session? I don't know. We'll just see where it goes. But I don't really think I have any wishes. I think by far, I mean, a lot of stars just all around. But like the Peter's breadomancy tickled me particularly. I was like, as soon as he said that, I'm like, fuck yes, he's a breadomancer.
Yes.
Of course he is, because that's amazing. I've never heard all kinds of magic in the RPGs before. I don't think I've ever heard of breadomancy. I love it.
Nice. Peter then.
Yeah, I ditto what everyone else is saying about like it's great to be able to pitch something to the other GM and be like, this is just a question, or I know this is a bad idea, but maybe we can take something from it. And being able to both come up with ideas and combine them is a lot of fun. I do think that I personally was kind of bridging in a way of like, oh, here's why he doesn't get to unlock the Grimoire yet. Here's why he doesn't. Here's why he doesn't. So I think my wish for myself is that I'm like, oh, just let the story move forward through the thing that it's doing.
And that's kind of like explicitly my job in the game is to make the leap to action. So like, I'm just gonna walk past these guards. Do they stop me?
Yeah.
So like, and if they don't, cool. I just walk out. But
you walk out. Move on with another brand new next chapter of the story.
Yeah, but my job to just get into trouble. So
I did love like quickly building up all of these little tendrils of world building. Like, you probably saw how I was delighting in building out the guards for no reason. Like, no, they're still part of the tavern. They've still got their own shit going on.
They know not to cross me. I'll whisper at him again. Awesome, cool. Yeah, maybe we'll slot this in. Maybe this could be a more regular once a month kind of thing.
Cool. I do feel like it's like in your day-to-day duties, I do feel like the guards kind of give you wide berth.
Yeah.
You know, even though you're helping out in the kitchen, it's kind of like, hey, what's up? Get away from me, weird, creepy man.
Cool. Well, I'm going to stop the stream. Thanks for anyone who is watching.
Bye,
If I
Internet.
can
That was
stop it.
fun.